The story of Japan begins with its mountains. They are not merely stone and earth, but ancient giants sleeping under a blanket of sky. From the northern island of Hokkaido to the southern reaches of Kyushu, these peaks rise with a silent, powerful grace. Their slopes are draped in forests of cedar and pine, trees that have stood for centuries, their branches reaching like gnarled arms towards the heavens. The wind, a constant traveler, whispers through their needles, carrying tales of seasons past and seasons yet to come. It is a sound that speaks of permanence, of a world that moves at a pace far slower than our own. Here, time itself seems to stretch and slow. A single day can feel like an eternity, measured not by the ticking of a clock, but by the slow crawl of shadows across a valley floor. Water, the lifeblood of this land, carves its patient path through rock, forming streams that babble and waterfalls that roar with a voice both mighty and gentle. The air is crisp and pure, filled with the scent of damp soil and the subtle fragrance of blossoms carried on the breeze. To stand here is to feel a profound sense of peace, a connection to something ancient and deeply powerful, a world untouched by the clamor of modern life. Far below these towering peaks, the coastline unfolds in a tapestry of dramatic cliffs and serene hidden coves. The sea, a vast expanse of deepest blue, breathes against the shore. Its rhythm is a steady, calming pulse. Waves crash against volcanic rock, sending plumes of white spray into the air, a display of untamed energy. Yet, in sheltered bays, the water is as still as glass, reflecting the sky with perfect clarity. This is a land of contrasts, a place where raw power and quiet stillness exist side by side, in perfect harmonious balance. This is the Japan that first captures the heart. It is a world of breathtaking landscapes, where every view seems composed with the precision of a master artist. The scale of it all is humbling. The sheer quiet beauty of the mountains, the endless murmur of the sea, the deep green of the forests. It invites you to simply be still and watch, to listen to the subtle sounds of nature's orchestra, and to feel the immense silent power that resides in these wild, untamed spaces. It is a place that promises serenity, a refuge from the noise of the world. In the heart of the Japanese Alps, where winter lays a thick, silent blanket of white, a unique community thrives. These are the Japanese macaques, often called snow monkeys. They navigate a world of stark beauty and harsh survival. Their thick, gray-brown coats protect them from the biting cold as they move through the snow-covered forests with a quiet confidence. Their faces, expressive and almost human, are a striking crimson against the pristine landscape. They are a testament to the resilience of life, adapting to an environment that would seem unforgiving to many. Their days are a silent dance of foraging and socializing. They search for bark and winter buds, their dark hands digging carefully through the deep snow. But it is their ritual of bathing that is truly remarkable. In the geothermal valleys, steam rises from natural hot springs, creating an oasis of warmth in the frozen world. Here, the monkeys descend from the frosted trees to soak in the volcanically heated water. They close their eyes, their expressions a picture of pure contentment, as snowflakes gently melt on their fur. It is a moment of communal peace, a shared respite from the relentless cold. The social bonds within the troop are strong and complex. Mothers groom their young, their fingers moving with a gentle, practiced care. The elders, with their wise and weathered faces, watch over the group, their presence a calming influence. There are subtle hierarchies, quiet understandings that govern their interactions without the need for loud displays. It is a society built on cooperation and mutual support, essential for survival in these challenging highlands. They show us that even in the harshest of conditions, community and connection provide the warmth needed to endure. Observing them, one feels like a privileged witness to a secret world. The only sounds are the soft plop of snow falling from a branch, the gentle lapping of the spring water, and the occasional soft call from one monkey to another. It is a scene of profound tranquility, a living portrait of harmony between animal and environment. These creatures, in their quiet dignity, embody the spirit of endurance. They are a powerful reminder of the delicate and beautiful balance of nature that exists in the hidden corners of this island nation. Venture away from the snowy peaks, and you will find yourself in another of Japan's sacred spaces, the ancient forests. Here, beneath a dense canopy of giant cedar and cypress trees, the world is transformed. Sunlight struggles to pierce the thick foliage, and when it does, it filters down in ethereal shafts of green and gold. The air is cool and heavy with the scent of moss and decaying leaves, a rich, earthy perfume that speaks of life, death, and renewal. It is a place that feels untouched by time, a cathedral of nature. The silence here is different from the silence of the mountains. It is a living, breathing quiet, filled with the subtle sounds of the forest floor. A twig snaps under the weight of some unseen creature. A drop of water falls from a fern onto a mossy stone, its impact echoing in the stillness. The whisper of the wind is softer here, muffled by the countless leaves above. It is a place that encourages introspection, a space to walk slowly and absorb the profound sense of peace that permeates the very air. One cannot help but feel a sense of reverence. These forests are often home to ancient shrines, their wooden structures weathered by centuries of rain and wind. They seem to grow from the landscape itself, their curved roofs and red torii gates a striking contrast to the deep greens and browns of the woods. They are places of quiet contemplation, built to honor the spirits, or kami, that are believed to inhabit the trees, rocks, and rivers. To walk these grounds is to feel the deep connection between the spiritual and the natural world, a belief that has shaped the soul of Japan for millennia. Life here is often hidden, revealing itself only to the patient observer. A deer might step silently from behind a great tree, its dark eyes watching you for a moment, before melting back into the shadows. A tiny frog, the color of a vibrant green leaf, may sit perfectly still on a damp rock. These encounters are fleeting, magical moments that underscore the delicate web of life that is woven into the fabric of the forest. This is a world that does not shout for attention. It rewards those who are willing to listen to its quiet, emerald-hued song. Leaving the wild landscapes behind, one enters a different kind of forest. A forest of steel and glass. The great cities of Japan are marvels of human ingenuity, sprawling metropolises that pulse with an incredible energy. By day, they are a blur of motion, a river of people flowing through canyons of towering skyscrapers. The soundscape is a complex symphony of distant traffic, the chime of a crosswalk, and the murmur of a million conversations blending into a single constant hum. It is a world of incredible efficiency and order. Yet even in the heart of this urban sprawl, there is a surprising sense of quiet. Step off a main thoroughfare and into a narrow side alley, and the noise of the city fades away. Here you might find a small, meticulously tended garden, a single bonsai tree on a balcony, or a tiny noodle shop with steam billowing from its doorway. These pockets of stillness are a deliberate creation, a conscious effort to carve out moments of peace amidst the exhilarating chaos. It is a reflection of a culture that values contemplation, even in the most bustling of environments. As night falls, the city transforms. Millions of lights flicker to life, painting the sky with an electric glow. Neon signs in vibrant reds, blues, and pinks reflect on wet pavement, creating a scene of dazzling, futuristic beauty. The flow of people continues, but the energy shifts. It becomes less about the rush of work and more about the pursuit of leisure and connection. Groups of friends gather in brightly lit restaurants, their laughter spilling out into the cool night air. The city, for all its immense scale, feels strangely intimate in these moments. But beneath this polished surface of perfect order and dazzling lights, there are other currents at play. The relentless pace, the pressure to conform, the sheer density of human life. It all creates a tension that is not immediately visible. The perfect synchronicity of a Shibuya crossing, where thousands of people move in harmony, is a beautiful spectacle. But it also speaks to a society where the group often takes precedence over the individual. There is a silent weight to this perfection, a subtle strain that hums just beneath the surface of the city's vibrant life. Within the gleaming cities, there are stories that are seldom told. They exist in the shadows of the skyscrapers, in the quiet apartments where curtains remain drawn. The image of Japan is one of unbreakable social cohesion and lifelong security, a place where community is paramount. And for many, this is true. Yet, for a growing number, the reality is one of profound isolation. A silent epidemic of loneliness, known as hikikomori, sees individuals withdrawing completely from society, sometimes for years, becoming ghosts within their own homes. This isolation is not confined to the young. In a rapidly aging society, many elderly people find themselves living alone, their families distant, their social circles shrinking with time. They navigate the bustling city streets like invisible figures, their days marked by a quiet, unchanging routine. The silence in their small apartments is a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of the city just outside their windows. It is a deep, heavy quiet, filled not with peace but with the ache of solitude. The very efficiency and self-reliance of the society can make it difficult for them to ask for help. The pressure to succeed in this highly competitive world also casts a long shadow. The serene worker, dedicated and loyal, is a powerful national symbol. But behind this ideal lies the phenomenon of karoshi, or death from overwork. It is the dark side of a work ethic that is admired around the world. The endless hours, the immense pressure to perform, and the reluctance to take time off can push individuals to their absolute limits. The silent train carriages filled with exhausted commuters at the end of a long day tell a story of immense sacrifice and personal cost. These are the hidden realities that exist alongside the breathtaking beauty and harmonious society. They are not contradictions, but complex facets of the same whole. The same cultural values that create such powerful community bonds and aesthetic perfection can also create immense pressure and profound isolation. It is a paradox that lies at the heart of modern Japan. The serene Zen garden and the lonely apartment are two sides of the same coin, born from a culture that is as complex and deep as the ancient forests that cover its mountains. To truly understand Japan is to hold two opposing ideas in your mind at once. It is to be in awe of a snow monkey soaking in a hot spring, and to feel a sense of sorrow for the lonely elder in a silent apartment. It is to find peace in the emerald light of an ancient forest, and to recognize the immense pressure that fuels the neon glow of the city. This is not a land of simple truths. It is a place of profound and beautiful complexity, where light and shadow are locked in an eternal, intricate dance. The spirit of this nation is one of endurance. It is seen in the cedar tree that clings to a mountainside through centuries of storms. It is seen in the snow monkey that survives the harshest of winters. And it is seen in the people who navigate the pressures of a demanding society with grace and quiet strength. There is a powerful resilience here, a concept known as gammon, to bear the seemingly unbearable with patience and dignity. It is a spirit that is not loud or boastful, but deep, quiet, and incredibly strong. As you leave this land, the images and feelings linger. The sound of a temple bell echoing across a valley. The taste of green tea in a quiet room. The sight of 1,000 people crossing a street in perfect silent unison. The feeling of cool moss under your fingertips. These are the sensory memories that form a rich, emotional tapestry. They speak of a place where beauty is revered, where nature is sacred, and where the weight of history and expectation is carried with a quiet, powerful grace. The journey through Japan is ultimately an internal one. It forces you to look beyond the perfect surface, to contemplate the hidden currents that flow beneath. It leaves you with a sense of wonder, but also with a touch of melancholy. It is a reminder that no place, no matter how beautiful, is without its struggles. The enduring image of Japan is one of both sublime beauty and quiet sorrow, a land that captures the imagination and touches the soul, leaving you in a state of deep reflective contemplation long after you have departed its shores.